So when I come to a wicket or a window in the local area and I'm approached by females, I get a window, a shocking window, into the nature of the female and cult psychology. So if I talk about women in a bad way or men, I'm talking about human beings under the influence of cult psychology, right? I came to a wicket, for instance, in a local building that was actually in the process of being deactivated, and they had nothing to do. And it took 5 visits to get a reason why the time is changed one day incorrectly, and then the time is incorrect every other day. And I'm coming back 4, 5, 6 day increments. And a young white female becomes belligerent with me because she says she already wrote that down. And yet they can't manage to put the right time on the display and has no humility. You imagine that if she can lower her inhibitions to show naked belligerence to a single white man approaching her from a public place while she's contained within an office supported by all kinds of community development and standards, what do they do behind that glass? Where do you think these people come from? How do you think they think about people like me? How do you think they talk about people like me who ask them just to put the correct time on the building and just expect you to just accept whatever they do with actually no standard of competence, no humility or explanation or justification whatsoever? Just something simple, and it's so simple to catch them off because they lose their guard so easily because they have no competence about anything, right? And you find that most of the local services, most of these women, it's not about providing services so much as it's allowing them to practice certain kinds of cult related pathology on the unsuspecting public. And they consider that part of their job, to be rude and to tell people what to do and to be condescending and to be belligerent, right? Every single female I ever deal with in any public or service oriented place is to me an abnormal human being and a sick human being. Easily, easily. Every woman I've ever met has sexually assaulted me, easily. All under the influence of cult psychology, right? There is nothing there for me except the study of cult psychology. There are no women for me except the study of cult psychology. There is no woman there in the category in my mind of a woman. I have no examples of a woman other than my mother. There are no examples of healthy, non belligerent females. There are no examples of ethical females. And what I call unethical would contain behavior that most people consider perfectly normal because it's been acculturated. That women are allowed to be sexually and socially aggressive. And it's not considered aggression, right? Just like people whose dogs bite you and they say, oh, he's being friendly, because that's just how they've taught to interpret that event. They don't really know what's happening. Right? This young white female grudgingly, because it's so unimportant to deal respectfully with the public. It's amazing. They have no inhibitions about it. I've gone to insurance places. I could tell you dozens of examples where I've got to sit in. When I go with people to get insurance, whatever I've done, it's not because I really want to be there. I want to study females. Every opportunity in my life was an opportunity to study women, to study, because I suspected at a young age that there was something wrong with women. I suspected that when I was a child, when I was left with daycare workers, and I grew up afraid of women because they sexually molested me, right? Now, you may not think of that as sexual molestation, and maybe your professors of psychology and your gender studies don't think of it as sexual molestation. But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. Your opinion means fuck all to me. You might as well be schizophrenic barbarians living under some sewer in New York. I don't give a fuck about your opinion about how what I consider sexual assault isn't sexual assault. I don't want to entertain you. I don't want you in my town. I don't want you in my continent. I don't want you breathing the same air I breathe. You're fucking disgusting animals, right? There is nothing in cult psychology that provides for the sexual abuse of men and children by women. Nothing in gender studies, nothing. We've given them carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want. And it's amazing, yes, that they do as well as they do. Oh, I did not want to be in that bath. I got out as quickly as I could, but it's like, oh. both went by pretty quickly. My body just soaked it up. The meat. See how that goes. Asshole. Sure, asshole. Where is your asshole? Look, asshole. I've learned things about white people in my life. And what I've learned is that they're sick. They're utterly blood poisoned. They're utterly entranced 24 hours a day. They're all capable of violence and living around violence, unnecessary aggression. It's normal to them in any group, 1 or 2, 3. They all go along with it. They don't see it. They don't care about it. It doesn't happen to them. It doesn't matter. They don't see it. It doesn't mean anything. It's not sexual abuse, especially white women. So I don't think there really is a language, let alone a subject, to study how humans behave in society in a way that's accurate to the type of violence they're actually meting out, in terms that are actually relevant to the biological needs, the voice, and the safety of the victims of these people. And so, how do you ever know what oppression is if you can't measure the effects of it? And so, any number of people say, "Oh, you're oppressed," or "You're oppressed." "Oh, this person's oppressed." But if you can't appreciate the difficulty in understanding the effects of oppression and how the dynamics of how it works with various genders and cult psychology, it doesn't matter what you call oppression. Someone's always going to come along and tell your children how to be free and how to behave this way. If you don't know how you're oppressed, so I'll give you a hint. Theater. The whole development of theater and the church, which is based on theater, is because it's the best way to lie to you and get away with it. It's the best way to lie, and you can't tell that somebody's lying. It's the best way for information to be given to you in your brain when you don't suspect anything's wrong. To put you into a place where you expect to be placed under a hypnotic amount of the suspension of disbelief. And under that influence, people can say and do awful things to you and train you. That's what teachers are for. They're there to put you into hypnosis and to basically give you all kinds of false messages, training, fears, and obedience-based abuse and training. Teachers are always abusive people. You study teachers, study police officers, nurses, doctors. They and their families always extremely aggressive, usually obsessed with money. There's no poetry in these people's lives whatsoever. They're the kind of people that they can afford to travel to other countries, but they never learn anything about being a human being, because the outer rim of what they can be a human being is measured out by Captain Kirk and the President of the United States, and things they know through a thoroughly theatrical development of their cognitive ability. So, actors make you think they're more human than human, but they're the least human people. And they're in an environment where you can't be human, a theatrical environment. Then you get a society with people who are basically playing roles, so they can never really be human. And when you can't be human, you're going to get inhuman behavior, aren't you? Because you're not being human, you're lowering your inhibitions. You put people together to survive and make tall buildings and protect their fucking magical beliefs. Guess what you're going to get? Violence and sexual abuse. We know that. We know that for a fact. How are you ever going to create peace in the world until you see the effects of oppression? Hey, buddy. I don't think she really rubs you down with the camera. Come on. Oh. I'm sorry you had to wait. I was taking a bath. It's amazing, like with animals, they can be so patient, hey? You can do what you need to do. And, with humans, not so much. I find white women to be the most superficial, empty, impatient, ignorant, and mannerless, overly sexually aggressive, prepossessing, and sexually predatory animals I've ever met in traveling the distance of over half the equator of the Earth over the last 5 or 6 years. It is fucking incredible. I can't believe no one else is talking about it. Women are degenerates. They've been made degenerate. There are no real females anymore. Except those that basically the logical extension of being the average girl is being an actress on television or a celebrity. They think this is real. They think they can be these people. And believe me, those people aren't that great. And every meteoric place you shoot and land when you're fucking shooting to the stars is not much better either. It's a degraded human. You go to the mall and the pictures you see, all fucking airbrushed and computer generated. They don't even have normal body proportions. What do you think that's teaching your mind? The people who run the world know how to affect your fucking brain. You have to have higher taste than the mall. You have to have higher taste than the Bible. You have to have higher taste than the Vatican and the Sistine Chapel. You have to have higher taste than the pyramids and the anthropology and the Grecian myths. You have to have higher taste than that. These fucking people don't want you to be human. They don't want you to get to that level. They fucking spray chemicals in front of the sun in the first sunny day in a month. Right? They hate the sun and they hate you. They want you to stay in your fucking houses and become fat and ugly. From the inside out. They want you to be quiet and quietly die away. They don't want you to have a voice. They want to be the only voice in the world. But there's nothing stronger than the voice of man. You have a voice, your body will be beautiful. Your mind will be beautiful. Use your voice. You want to know how to be a genius? Just use your voice. Anything you feel like, use your voice. If it's dangerous, you know you're doing it right. Use your voice, use your voice, use your voice. Don't go and yell at people, but use your voice. Use your voice. Write, think, talk aloud. Use your voice. It's connected to all your senses. It's amazing how none of your teachers, none of your books, none of your religions ever say use your voice. Just use your voice. Not not be political, not march over here, not sign this document, not do this, not write your public representative. Just use your voice. It helps your senses. Use your body. Use your voice. Get into a forest. Get outside. Get into the sky. Use your voice every day.
It's more than exercise. It exercises your senses. It purifies your blood. It does everything. If you're angry all day long, it doesn't matter. Nature will love you. You'll love yourself. Your family will be stronger. It's better than work. It's better than sex. It's better than everything for preserving all that is true and great about being a human being. So saith the Son of Man. Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm home. I wouldn't say today was the most pleasant day, but it's getting there. I've returned twice to this place where this police officer and his wife sexually harassed me last year. It's like, holy fuck, it's hard. It creates such a negative feeling. Oh my lord. Such a negative feeling you get from these people. Oh my god, it's just, ooh. Is there a red one out there? These people are lower mammals. There has to be a new classification for females, lower mammals, and the men that go with them. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting is the word. Disgusting. You're fucking disgusting. I want to say to all the women I've ever met, including the first women in daycare, you're fucking disgusting, fat, ugly fucks. You fucking disgusting, fat, ugly fucks. You fucking disgusting, fat, ugly fucks. You fat, ugly fucks. You fucking diseased pieces of shit. You fucking occultic pieces of shit. You vacuous, superficial, sexually predatory fucks that nobody should fucking trust with their children. You motherfuckers. You fucking ugly cunts. You fucking ugly cunts. You fucking ugly cunts. You fucking hate men. You're violent to boys. No one should want to be around you. You should have no respect, no fucking honor in society. I don't care what you got. Fucking tits, fucking vagina. They're fucking weapons on your fucking body because you have mindless and you've been made that way. It's not even your fucking responsibility. You're an economic slave. You're a fascist fucking soldier. Disgusting pieces of shit. Fucking hate white women. Fucking hate them. Fucking disgusting piece of shit. Get fucking lost. If you're on my channel, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my life. You fucking white piece of shit. Every fucking one of you. You don't fucking believe me, but you're fucking sick out of your mind, you schizophrenic cunts. You haven't got a fucking valued bone in your body. Right? They've done studies. Did you know that? They've done studies showing that white women lie compulsively and that they'll do anything for money. They don't think that about themselves. They don't know how to wear. They don't think that about themselves. It's who they've programmed to be. It's who they're tortured and oppressed into being. It's all that is there for them. They're alcoholics. They're obese. They're gluttons. They're fucking vain, narcissistic sociopaths. When you see movies about narcissism, you never see movies about women being narcissists. We elevate these fuckers. They're meant to be actresses, porn stars, mothers. Oh, beautiful mothers, we say. Oh, you're so purified. It's like when the baby comes out of the womb, the baby is cursed and the mother is purified by the sacrifice of the child. And she says, I've gone through 36 hours of labor. I'm a mother. She fucking rapes a young man. I've seen this dozens of times. Rapes a young man, gets pregnant, and was like, oh, you're pregnant. Who needs a father? Oh, of course, another fucking man has impregnated you. Ooh, ooh, coo, coo, coo. And they're, oh, my labor, my labor, my labor. My beautiful son Ezekiel has purified my sin. Right? And now he fucking gets the curse of Eve. The curse of Eve is that the mother, in her demonic incarnation, is purified by murdering her child in every sense that they deserve more than they're getting from this narcissistic fucking death goddess, essentially. And all she's doing is what she's taught that everyone is supposed to do. The way people see and feel and think has been sculpted for them. People don't see and think and feel reality. You think they're going to be happy about being told that? They're also proud of themselves, proud of knowing about space and time, and what year the first Star Trek came out, and who stars in their favorite show, and oh, this director, and oh, this scientist, and this industrialist, and these baseball players, and these children, and these people here, and that, and this, and that, and all this useless information that they and their children have. It means nothing. You might as well be inside your coffin playing with yourself. You're just completely coffined up, in a space and time that in itself, no matter how well oriented you are to it, is meant to keep you totally disoriented in space and time. Right? A perfect example is an episode of Star Trek. Look what Captain Picard does to Moriarty, the famed nemesis and arch criminal from Sir Francis Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes. He puts him in a space and time that, no matter how normal it seems to him, is in dark, empty space and has absolutely no control of his reality whatsoever. If they put it right in front of you, right? That's you. You're Moriarty. They do things to evil people in movies that they're doing to you. When the evil person is killed, they're killing you. They're sacrificing you. They're sacrificing your father. Right? Right? The evil person is often someone in authority. Someone who might be someone's father, someone who's been trusted, but they're evil. And you gotta fuck them up, right? And the person fucking them up is actually probably cross-gendered. Take Tom Cruise and his wife. He's really short, she's really tall. Figure it out. Look at the Murdoch series. The main characters, he's really short, she's really tall. Figure it out. They're opposite gendered. Just had 2 baths, the temperature of a water heater, so it takes a while to come back to life. Actually, it takes about 2 hours, but I'll try to hasten it along. Anybody? I go through about 5 t-shirts, 3 pairs of pants, just letting my body cool down slowly, slow enough that it can kind of not get the chill. I'm staring at the sun right now. I don't know what to do with it all. It's cleaning my blood. Thank you for this home. It is just barely a redoubt to the world out there that I went into this morning. It is barely a redoubt. Stop. It's weird, the police deal with so many homeless people in the area, but they're never trained to understand why people are homeless and the complicating factors in being a homeless person. You know, they're never trained, they never learn anything like that. They just see them like a. You can hear, by the way, RCMP talk about homeless people. It's like this just sort of blob homeless people. The homeless problem, blob. They don't see people, they don't understand them, they don't. It's just a blob. They're just blobs. In their mind, there's a blob. And it just comes to blob conclusions. Their God is called Blob. You know, oh blob in the sky, homeless people, poor people, and us. Oh blobbity 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 blue. When they shoot at you, they're just shooting at blobs. Oh look, there's a black blob over there. They don't see people for who they are. You see this black man on one video, and he's just picking up garbage outside his dorm. He's volunteering and cleaning the property. Maybe for a little extra change, right? School is expensive. And this police officer pulls out his gun, and several of the police officers pull out their gun, and it was like saying, what the fuck are you doing? Eventually, one police officer is fired. It's like, he lives here. Why? Why would you ask him to identify himself when he's just doing something normal? And it's just, this is the insanity of the white man, the insanity of the police. So even if you're a black person, you're a police officer, you're going to be insane. Right? So black police officers do shit to other people as well. Other black people. Hey. We're relaxing together, buddy. Oh. There you go. Yoga teachers, psychologists, they've all tried to rape me. People wouldn't believe me, so I don't tell people because you wouldn't believe what white men do. That's normal for them. Because they're taught to expect certain rights of taxation of men's bodies for their compulsions and stuff as the cost of being compatible with various orders of economic cult psychology and their profession of choice. That's right, like a lot of police officers are basically sexual predators. They're perverts. Right? They're perverts. Almost everybody knows somebody who's probably raped by a police officer, either in their family or they're rapists, a lot of them. They're just sexually predatory people. They're disgusting. And it kind of works for them because, you know, of course, you don't want to be around sexual predators. They kind of make you sick, right? So no one wants to be around a police officer. He's like, oh, okay, whatever it takes to, you know, I had one call me. It's like, whatever it takes to get them off the phone, right? They're so disgusting. You just want to, like, not have to hear them or be near them or have anything to do with them. They're so fucking gross. You can just hear it in their voices. They're completely demented human beings. Okay, we're pretty much there. hopefully. Oh, yep. Take off these pants. And we'll get something to drink. Because actually, I think I'm going to have an orange or something. Getting better now. Coming to. First half hour was pretty critical. Washing the air, washing the air, washing the air, washing the air, washing energy. Protect us from evil fucking kites, cunts. Protect us from the cult. When we talk about evil women, we're talking about the evil of cult psychology, economic psychology, oppression, and all of the cult mentality and compulsions which women and men may suffer from and do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh. Hey, oops.